Okay, let's look at your grading. This is for fall 2025. And this particular slide I'm showing you is from Design 310, but it works for all of mine. And so I want to show you that to grade something, you have to submit it. So this is for the types of submittals that you might be using. There's logbooks, play, pause it videos, and those help you develop your professionalism. And I do not accept late work on these. Logbooks tell me where you're at right now, so submitting it later on doesn't help. And play pause it videos help you get prepared for the following section, so doing that late doesn't help. So I don't um, accept late work for those. Okay, then there's Canvas quizzes. And these are just kind of to make sure that you've got some facts and recall right. They're graded automatically in Canvas. Late submittals for those are always accepted. And then there's file submittals. That's where you're doing original work. You're turning in a file that you've made. And submittals are mostly accepted. And I'm going to show you when they are and when they are not a little bit later. So mostly I'm accepting late work except for logbooks and play pause it videos. So how do you make a submittal? You submit assigned graded work in Canvas. They're in modules. The time frames are in the project planner and they're posted in Canvas. They're grouped by sections and what week and the dates are listed in Canvas. And mostly they're worth 10 points each, some a little more, some a little less. But everything's given a certain number of points. So if you get 90% of all the total points in the class or up, you get an A. 80 to 89, you get a B. 70 to 79, a C, so on and so forth. If you fully meet the standards that I've presented in the class, you will receive full credit for an assignment. And usually takes me 3 to 4 days to record grades. And I give you revision notes if you need them. And late work, you're going to get it whenever I get to it. Okay, you're late. I'm not. I'm not spending my time getting those unless I have some free time. Okay, revisions to work. That's natural, it's common, it's an important part of design. You should feel comfortable turning in revisions. So if you've turned something in on time and I give you a grade and or notes that say something could be revised to make it better, feel free to do that even if it's after the due date. Revisions to work are natural. We want you to do them. Late work is not natural. It's not accepted in industry. And as you can see, some things I allow late and some things I allow late, some things I don't. But guess what? You're just learning workplace skills. And this is a complex and difficult course, no matter which one you're taking from me. So I do accept some late work. I'll accept all quizzes, Canvas quizzes late, and some late file submittals. Which ones? You can have 20 file submittals that are late. Okay, after that, I won't grade them. Okay, if you give me a plan for how you're going to stay up to speed on further submittals, um, and I agree to it, then I'll start doing some more late ones for you. But pretty much you get up to 20 late file submittals. So that's how things are graded. However, there's one caveat to this 90% and up. There are some possible reductions to your final grade. And that's because design clients expect that work that they've contracted for will be the right product delivered at the right time and in the right format. So there's two milestones that you need to meet in order to get an A, regardless of how many points you've got. The first one is submit a final portfolio. You must submit a final portfolio if you want to get an A in the class. If you miss this, you will get a B, a maximum grade of B in the class, regardless of how many points you've got. So if you've got 95 points and you miss submitting the final portfolio, you'll get a B. Okay? If you've got a C in the class and you miss submitting your final portfolio, you'll still get a C. So this only deducts you if you would have had an A but did not submit the final portfolio. You must submit it if you want an A in the class. The next one is fewer than some number. You'll read your specific syllabus. In Design 310, it's 15 submittals. Okay, if you've got 50 more, okay, if you've got fewer than 15 submittals that are late or missing, you can get an A. Okay, 15 or more, you miss the milestone, 15 or more, late or missing, the highest grade you can get in the class is a B. So if you have too many late or missing assignments, you cannot earn an A in the class. And that's because we want you to start getting the skill set and the mindset ready for the workplace. And I will tell you, a B is a great grade. It's not going to hurt your chances for work in any way. Okay? They're going to look at your portfolio right here and not at your grade when they're looking to hire you. So don't worry that this, if your situation is just clobbering you and you cannot do it, it is not going to harm your workplace possibilities. Okay, so it's not that severe. All right, there we go. There are your grading policies for Prof Schuster's classes, my classes in fall of 2025.